If you think your thermostat is bad, an easy way to check it, I do have a video of how to jumper that thermostat upstairs at the thermostat. But if you're at the furnace, you can also jumper it very easily down here at the control board. And the way to do that is either with a jumper wire. You could even use a paper clip, by the way, or just a piece of wire. For example, this is a piece of thermostat wire that I took, snipped a piece off, I stripped both ends off, and I used this as a jumper wire with that nice insulator in between. So I could even jumper things while it's live, since I have this insulator. For example, if I jumper at my terminal strip, if I jumper R to G, R is power, G is fan, that will turn on my blower motor. So I'm kind of in a way bypassing my thermostat and turning it on straight from here. See that? Turns right on. So for example, if on your thermostat, if you turn your fan setting to on and your fan does not turn on, but if you come down here and jumper it and it does turn on, that means your thermostat is malfunctioning. So you could either use a little jumper like this. What you do is you turn off the power to the furnace, and then using a voltage pen, preferably, you should check if there's any voltage still there. Even though it's 24 volts, it can bite you a little bit, especially if you get your fingers into 120, then you're in really bad water. But you use your voltage pen to make sure that there's no voltage there. So you have the power off, then you loosen up those screws, put in the jumper to what you're trying to jumper, and then flip your furnace switch back on. And I personally like to use mini alligator clips. I got these on Amazon. So for example, let's just move this Molex plug out of the way so you can see better. We got our thermostat terminal strip right here. Most control boards and most furnaces will have a strip similar to this. W1, W2, that just means heat stage 1, heat stage 2. Then Y is cooling, R is power, G is fan, B, or also C, is common. Let's say you want to manually turn on the AC, bypassing the thermostat. You would put one jumper on R, which is power, and the other jumper on Y, which is cooling. Like that. And then you would turn your power back on, and your AC and the fan would come on. And during the furnace season, you would jumper R to W. So that's just an easy way of checking if your thermostat is bad or not. So if you turn on your thermostat and nothing is happening, but you go down here and jumper to cooling and it does turn on, that means your thermostat upstairs is bad. Or maybe it's wired incorrectly, or if you have batteries there, perhaps the batteries on it are dead. So if you do this, be safe. Make sure you turn off the power when you're putting in those jumpers, whether you're using alligators or a piece of wire or a paper clip. And do keep in mind that if you jumper, for example, R to Y, which is the AC, and leave that jumper in there, that'll run your AC nonstop 24/7. So don't forget to take out your jumper. This is more for just testing purposes. You don't want to leave that in there permanently. Well guys, and that is how you bypass your thermostat at the control board. I hope you find that helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to mash that like button on your way out, and we'll see you next time.